Street Nasheed right here in Los Angeles, making it do what it do, man. Y'all check out Black Authentic Truth. Get some real good game on YouTube. Black Authentic Truth, man. Check it out, man. Real good information.
Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Thawahgabar for Black Authentic Truth. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all for supporting me. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Listen, man, I know I haven't been able to post videos like that. I've been working on some things. Of course, just daily life keeps you from doing the things that you like to do. And of course, I like to do these videos, but you know, at the same time, we got to do what we got to do. We got to do what's important. But in order for me to get to the point where I can actually just produce this type of content and produce even better things, better quality videos, I need your support. I need those likes. I need those shares. I need you to spread the word about Black Authentic Truth, because I can bring out some heavy artillery, but I need the support of my brothers and sisters. Definitely. Most foremost, that's what I need. You know what I mean? And there's some things that's been going on. A lot of things have been going on, and I'm going to get to it. I want to talk about Jonathan Majors. Now, Jonathan Majors, you know, he's going through this court battle or whatnot. I don't really pay attention to a lot of things, but was from what I could see, an up-and-coming actor that was a good actor. And definitely he has a lot of talent and a lot of potential. Now, he's got in this court case with this woman, this Caucasian woman, and I want to speak to that. I want to speak to the fact that he said, it came out in the court, that he had told her that he wanted her to behave like Michelle Obama and Coretta Scott King. He wanted this Caucasian woman to move and have the behaviors and how can I say, the regalness, the modesty. I don't know if regalness is a word, but he wanted that woman, that white woman, to behave and act like Michelle Obama or Coretta Scott King, which just sounds so crazy to me, because this is something you see in the black community a lot. Like, why do we expect other people to be how we are? Like, listen, if you are in an interracial relationship, marriage, whatever, or you came from that union, I have nothing against you. Nothing against you. You know what I mean? But I have to lean on history, and I have to lean on the laws of God that says that we should stick with our own race, our own people. I have to lean on that. You know what I mean? And it's only because, first of all, I respect biblical history. I respect what God has said. And I also respect the history. And the history is that people stick to their kind. That's the history. It's only like when you get to America and you get to the West, Western civilization, where this thing about being mixed, this thing about dating outside of your race and trying, new avenues, right? The thing is that when you look at, particularly, we're talking about a celebrity, we talk about black men who have been successful. The blueprint usually is that you get the money, you get, the success, you get the fortune. And instead of getting a sister from the hood, or a sister that just a black woman, a woman like you that can relate to your struggles and the things that you go through, you go and get another woman of another race. And so you want in Jonathan Majors' case, you want this woman to act like a black woman. You got to think about the psychological damage that brother is dealing with. Like, how can a white woman act like Coretta Scott King? So it's like a mixed up monstrosity of something you done grew up with, seeing the symbol of beauty being a Caucasian woman, but also being raised by black women. And you want this Caucasian woman that can't really relate to your struggles, your people, your ways, your slang, your verbiage. You want her to act like Coretta Scott King? You want her to act like Michelle Obama? What is wrong with you? And I'm sure there's a lot of black men like that, where you get with a woman from another race and you want her to have the attributes of a black woman. It's not going to happen. There is nothing like a black woman. There is nothing like the beauty of a black woman. A black woman that is in order, a black woman that is modest, A black woman that knows what her people went through and loves her black man, there is no comparison. I'm sorry. And this is not, now I know a lot of people will say, well, you can date who you want to date. Love is love. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I get you. I get you. But as for me and mine, I'm going to love my sisters. I'm going to love the women that God gave me. That's what God gave me. That's what I was set up with. And it is the pinnacle in the world. It is the thing that every woman wants to be like. A lot of time, like when you go back in the days, they used to think that black women were grotesque physically. They used to look at a black woman's curves and all of that and inspect them. You can go look up Sarah Bartman. They used to do these things and say, well, that's not, how a woman should look. A woman should be more slimmer and, you know how they do, like the model types. And those things were considered not attractive. But now you see that women of different races are, filling their lips, trying to make their lips fuller, trying to make their waist more curvier, getting all this plastic surgery to look voluptuous like a black woman. You get what I'm saying? And so it's a crazy sickness that we have in our community amongst black men, where you want to be with another woman and then you want her to have the attributes of your woman, of the woman that God gave you. Why not just love black women? Why not go find a black? You act as though a lot of brothers think as though, that perfect sister doesn't exist. She does exist. She does exist. You're looking in the wrong areas, though. You're going to the club. You're looking at a woman, you're looking at the BBL. You're looking at, the eyelashes and all of that crap and all of the tons of makeup. And you think you're going to get that essence out of that. You're not going to get it out of that. But that black woman she does exist. Sisters like that do exist. And it's just a sickness. And I done seen it fail so many times, like with Jonathan Major. Now the video came out where he's running from the Caucasian woman, trying to get away from her. Let me tell you something. This is how black men ended up hanging from a tree. I'm going to say it again. This is how black men ended up hanging from a goddamn tree. And we still haven't learned. We still haven't learned. This is how black men ended up being framed, or someone saying, he aped me. I ain't going to say the word. He took advantage of me. He did this to me. He sexually assaulted me. And then an angry mob comes and finds you and beats the hell out of you until you're gone. Then they lynch you and put you up in a tree. And you might get lucky that they don't dismember your body. This has happened so many times throughout history, and we still haven't learned. And it's almost like it's a prototype. It's like you get, as a black man, you get the money, you're successful. Now you gotta get the symbol, quote unquote, of beauty. You gotta go get a Karen to seal the deal. And then if you look in history with all the black celebrities, black men, it always ends in a really horrible, bad way. Or they end up losing everything. They lose their money. It always ends like that. So let this be a lesson to black men that think like Jonathan Majors, that think like, oh, maybe I can just go get her and hopefully she'll be like the woman that raised me. She'll be like a black woman.